everything's spelled correctly and it looks good and you're happy with the keywords and your description. Because if you want to change those things after you submit, you're going to have to redo this whole submission process. And it takes Apple a good 7 to 10 days to approve an app, so might as well get it right the first time. So I've reviewed mine, and what you want to do is at the very bottom or at the very top, click on Ready to Upload Binary. It's going to ask you if there's cryptography. Probably not, so click Save. And it's going to say you're now ready to upload your binary. Click Continue. Now we're going to jump into Xcode. Alright, so let's go to the project. If you click that folder icon on the top left and then click on your project, make sure your project is selected in the upper left corner of the main pane window. Then go down to Configurations. We're going to hit the plus sign and we're going to click on Duplicate Release Configuration. It's going to say Release Copy there. Let's type over it Distribution. Now right below that it says Use Debug for command line builds. Let's change that to Distribution. On the next tab at the top there's Build Settings, and if you remember way back early we changed these code signings to be for development. Well, you might also remember we made 2 provisioning profiles and 2 certificates, one for development, one for distribution. So now we're going to change these to distribution. Then do the code signing identity section. So everything in the code signing identity should be distribution, and then everything in the provisioning profile section should be distribution. Now let's go to your target. We're going to do the same thing here for code signing and provisioning profile. So if you go down to provisioning profile, change that to distribution. Then go up to code signing identity and change that to distribution also. And now let's go to your scheme. That's in the top left corner where it says the name of your app. Click on it and then go to Edit Scheme. At the top where it says destination, it should say iOS device. If your iPhone is plugged in or your iPad plugged in, just unplug it from your Mac. And then this will probably just say iOS device, so keep it like that. And then build configuration down here in the info section, change that to say distribution. Then click OK. Alright, we're getting to my favorite part, so I'm excited. Click on Product in the menu, and then we're going to go to Archive. Now this is going to archive your app, and it's going to build it. So if there's any problems, it'll stop, but it should be good if you've done your testing. Alright, the build succeeded. And there it is, we're in the organizer, so we're very close now. What you're going to do is click on Distribute in the upper right corner. And then you're going to leave it on Submit to the iOS App Store. Click on Next. Then sign into your iTunes account with your username and password, and then click Next. Here you want to pick the correct provisioning profile again, so make sure it's the right app and it says Distribution. Then we're going to click Submit. This is it, it's being uploaded. This is crazy. If you're on Wi-Fi, it should go pretty fast because this is a smaller source code. And in general, if it gets through the first probably 1 or 2 minutes, then you're usually good. It'll probably finish. Halfway there, that's a really good sign. It's probably not going to fail at this point. Alright, it says the submission succeeded and there were warnings, not a big deal. If there are warnings with yours, lately it's been with the icons because the code isn't updated for iOS 7. They want a lot more icons and it's not coded to support those yet, but it's no big deal. They'll still approve it as long as everything else works with your app. So we did it. I really hope yours went through and you didn't run into any problems because this is awesome. This is the best part and it's time to party. Click Finish. And we're done. Usually this, if you have any questions, you can come find me. My name's Justin, and